A long time no see, everybody. It's your host Pandavil. We're officially back. After a long hiatus, we Elite 16 are here once again to bring you some amazing, high quality, and unique content. Please stay tuned as there will be some things you don't want to miss out on. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And here's iconic simulation and his Green Lantern base.
This right here is the main hall. This was probably one of the last rooms I edited and decorated to its fullest. I wasn't entirely happy with it, but I finally put up the different power columns and it really turned out great. It looks like the Owen science cells with how it's laid out. And you'll see right here that we have the control terminal platforms. You will see them throughout the base. This allows different core members that have access to control certain aspects of this embassy. I added quite a few survival mode base items and House of Legends items to get this desired look, using Legion chairs as well to give it that futuristic alien look. We are going to head over to the Green Lantern archives, which also contains my favorite mainstay of the room, the Book of Oa, the legendary Book of Oa. It contains all of the history and the pursuits of the Green Lantern Corps and what they have done throughout time, and they catalog everything that has ever happened and ever will happen. It has prophecies. So I put a charging battery in here, but I said to myself, what would be more fitting for a huge archive book than for it to be a library in itself? So I took all of these bookcases and put them together to look like a book. This is my favorite part of the base. Just hands down, easy choice. As you'll see over here, this is another House of Legends item. It is the Earth hologram. And I put this banner here purposely with the emblem. If you look at it straight on, it looks like Mogo with the emblem shining through. That was intentional. So this is the Green Lantern Conservatory. This houses the different alien plants that the Green Lantern Corps has maybe come across and has studied. And I also have hologram constructs in here that I thought was criminal not to include. I think it gives it a really cool look. It is the Dawnbreaker constructs. Here, this is the Induction room. And as infamous as the movie is, I got this idea from the Green Lantern movie, where they first put him into the induction process to officially induct him into the Green Lantern Corps and to get his body ready for the strain of the power ring and everything it entailed. So these tubes would contain the Green Lantern Corps members that were just brought in and are going to be turned into official members of the Corps. And these data banks will include all of the information needed to pass on to them to get them up to speed with all current events and past events. And then in this final room, this is the main charging battery, and this is the area that all recruits, no matter what rank, no matter what experience, you come in here, and this is your sparring room. You charge here, but you also spar here. And I have the yellow lantern containers behind here for a purpose, to have them fight their fears as they fight the sparring targets, to strengthen their sense of will and to perhaps fight without fear, or at least face their fears. So that is intentional. This is the final room, and I really enjoy how it ended up. This base is the embassy for the Green Lantern Corps. I know they had this idea where you could basically have an apartment on the House of Legends, but for me, I think it's more appropriate if organizations had embassies within the House of Legends. It makes more sense. You have bigger representation of larger groups of people. So for me, that made more sense, so I made an embassy for the Green Lantern Corps. That is the general idea for